Do you ever wonder what makes dogs jump up and down when you give them a treat? Have you ever checked to see what's in the treats that you're giving your dogs? This is just like when you yourself go through McDonald's versus when you have a home cooked meal. It tastes way better, but it's definitely not better for you. There's a big difference in the nutritional value, overall feeling, and the benefits that it has for your body in general. Feeding your dogs natural and organic treats are a much better option than the ones that you see at the grocery store that make them bounce around. People feed their dogs way too many treats without even realizing it. For example, when my dog won't come inside, I offer her a treat, which is the way she comes inside, and throughout the day I end up feeding her way more treats than I probably should. According to Suze Redfern with WebMD, treats and snacks should only make up 10% of the dog's overall calories each day. I know you don't count calories when you feed your dog their food, but if you think about it, you're definitely feeding them more than 10%. Instead, you should try feeding them fruits and vegetables like carrots, pineapple, the things that you'd eat in general that are pretty much good for you. I started making my dog her own organic dog treats, so I know exactly what she's getting in them. You make them with the ingredients that I put in that are healthy and won't make her sick. Organic food and treats can provide many great benefits for your dog. According to an article on Caesar's Way website for dogs, they typically contain whole grains instead of bulk fibers, which aid in weight control and digestive health and boost superior nutritional quality. And when you do organic food and treats over regular, that's way cheaper, then you know that your dog is getting the right nutrients and proper diet that they should be. This makes them have a longer lifespan and just be healthier in general, not end up with diseases like hip problems and digestive problems. Make sure whatever you feed them is certified organic by a credible source so that you know that they're getting the proper nutrients. You know, when you go to the pet store like PetSmart in the winter time, you see all those decorative treats like the Christmas ones and frosted ones. Well, those are definitely not good for you. Your dog should not be having those because they contain a lot of improper things like rawhide, which is super bad for your dogs. And you should always look at the ingredients to make sure that you know what you're giving them. If you'd like them to have the cute little holiday treats, try making them yourself or buying certified organic. According to WZDX Fox News, giving your dog a bone might lead to an unexpected trip to the veterinarian, a possible emergency surgery, or even death for your pet. There are many chemicals and improper ingredients that your dog should not be eating that are in these. When you're buying treats at the store around the holidays, always make sure to pull out your phone and make sure that it's safe first. Rawhide treats can be very dangerous for your dogs depending on the chewing strength they have and where the rawhide was made. There is a huge difference in the rawhide made in China versus the rawhide made here in the US. According to Anna Burke with the American Kennel Club, strong chewers are typically able to break off large chunks that can pose a major choking hazard and cause an internal blockage, and both are life-threatening. Rawhide is what makes dogs really want the treat. It is something that draws them to the treat to make them want to chew it more, even though it is not good for them at all. Rawhides made in the US are much more expensive due to the better processes that are used to make them. Personally, whenever I go to the pet store, I stay away from the entire aisle that has rawhide, and most of the time when you do go, it's actually the aisles are separated like half and half versus rawhide versus non-rawhide just because it is so bad for your dog. However, that's the treats that most people buy because of the price tag on it, making it way cheaper and easier for people to buy. Dogs' diets should all be based off calories they're consuming, including their daily meals and treats. Treats actually have a lot more calories for dogs than you'd think, and it'd be really easy to measure their calories for their food based off how much you feed them and how many times they eat per day. Knowing what you are feeding your dog is much more beneficial for them and their health. Being aware of what you're feeding them around the holidays also helps keep them safe. With my dog treat business, I make all these ingredients, like if someone can't have whole grains or if they can't have gluten or dairy, I personally make it for them so that their dogs can still have treats but not have to go through the process of finding things that won't hurt them. Rawhide treats vary for each dog and should be carefully researched before consumption. It pays off in the end to feed your dog organic and natural treats. Although they may be a little bit more expensive and harder for you to keep in stock for your pet, it would allow for possibly more years with them and less vet visits for emergencies. So, next time you go to the pet store to buy your dog some treats, give the organic ones a try and help keep your pet healthy.